What is the you that can be separated from the physical?
Is it a fact that you gathered your body over a period of time?
It's a fact that this body gathered together over a period of time, and it may be that I emerge as a consequence of that, this feeling of I, as opposed to me doing the gathering.
What you refer to as my body right now is an accumulation of food. It's a heap of food. Not a pleasant way to describe you, but it is. What you call as my mind, largely in people's experience, is an accumulation of impressions over a period of time. So, if you have to gather this much of impressions and this much of body, something more fundamental must be there, isn't it? So the data that you and me have gathered, however big we may think it is, in terms of the cosmos, it's minuscule, it's nothing. It's really not of any consequence. So from this minuscule of data that we have gathered, we are generating some thought which could be useful in making our lives, it could be useful in creating a few things, it could be useful fundamentally for our survival and to enhancement of our survival process, all this. But it doesn't give you access to life. Thought and emotion is psychological drama that's happening within you. You can conduct it any way you want. You're talking about somebody had a tumor or Alzheimer's or an accident or something and the drama went wrong. The drama can go wrong even without any of those ailments. You ask people. People's drama goes wrong without any accident or injury or ailment, just like that, drama goes wrong on a daily basis for a lot of people.
We usually give that a name though, something like depression or a psychotic break or something.
That's a business.
Not one I'm making any money on.
I'm saying there's only this much, either your faculties are taking instructions from you or they have become compulsive for some reason, all right? Either your body and mind, you can conduct it consciously or it's become compulsive. That's all that's happening. Whether you call it physical ailment or mental ailment, all that's happened is just this, that your fundamental faculties of existence on this planet is your body and your mind. These two things, you have lost grip over them. So it can become this kind of ailment or that kind of ailment or whatever, but fundamentally you have lost charge. That's all that's happened. If your body and your brain took instructions from you, would you create depression? Would you create illness? Would you create anything? You would create highest level of pleasantness for you, isn't it?
We certainly would if there were a separate you that could gain that control.
See, when I say my hand, I know even without my hand I can still exist. Similarly, if certain parts of the brain are gone, our ability to think and feel the way we were doing it earlier may be gone, but still that person is not gone.
That's the question. So if I lose a little part of my finger, I'm still me, but if I lose a chunk of brain tissue that same size, I can be someone completely different.
No, you're talking about personality. Personality is again an acquired thing.
Beyond personality, I can lose memory, I can lose consciousness, of course, I can lose the ability to perceive reality the way that we do now. I might become colorblind because of a lesion, because of damage to a particular part of my brain. I lose the ability to understand what objects are.
Okay, let's come to this. See, suppose somebody became colorblind because of an injury or whatever that happened to them, unfortunately. That person still knows, I have become colorblind, isn't it? He's still there. You cannot disagree that you're life, are you? You're a piece of life, I'm a piece of life, everybody is. Whatever you gather, you can only claim it's mine. You cannot say it's me, isn't it?
How do you mean? You mean your body? You say
anything. I can say, this is my chair. If I sit here every day and then I say, this is me, then there's a problem. The most important thing is to be able to sit here not identified with anything. When I said, it's so hard to remain uneducated in this world, because everybody is busy wanting to teach you something. This is all I did in my life. to remain uneducated, not to be influenced by parents, by family, by religion that's happening around you, culture that's happening around you, education that people are forcing on you, just to be the way creation intended you to be, simply. See, I may not fit into the university milieu, but I'm okay, Just simply the way you were born. Not tangling up your intelligence to any particular thing, either your nationality or your religion or your race or your creed or your family or any kind of identity or your gender or whatever, simply to be able to view your life just as a piece of life. If one does this, then you will see perception will explode in ways that they have not imagined possible.
When Nisargadatta Maharaj went to his master for the first time, his master asked him, "What do you take yourself to be?" Now today I ask you the same question. What do you take yourself to be? And if you are like, "I don't know who I really am," then have a close look at the words that you use during the course of the day, and it will clearly show what you really think about yourself. How you present yourself in the world will clearly prove to you whether you take yourself to be the body-mind complex or the divine infinite being. It will be a great revelation. In the last verse of Ashtavakra Gita that I shared with you, Master Ashtavakra asked his disciple to shed all identification with the body-mind complex and rest in consciousness, which means recognize that you are nothing but pure consciousness. In the words that I am going to share with you today, Ashtavakra continues this point. He tells the disciple who he really is beyond this body-mind complex. The verse goes like this. Natvam vipradiko varno nashrami nakshagocharaha asangosi nirakaro vishwasakshi sukhi bhava. O child, know that what you are cannot be known through the senses. Know that you are unattached, formless, and witness of this world. Recognize this and be happy. Just see how profound this verse is. What this verse says is exact opposite of what you take yourself to be. You think you are the body-mind complex, and this verse says that you are beyond the reach of the senses. You think that you are attached to people, you are attached to things, to situations, to places, but this verse says that you are unattached. You think you are this body which has a form, or the mind which also has a form, but this verse says that you are formless. You think that you are a little limited being, but this verse says that you are the witness of this world. What this verse talks about is your real nature. That is the nature of the real you. The real you is beyond the senses. The real you is unattached. You feel that you are so attached to people and things, but that is wrong. You are not attached. Your mind is attached to people and things, and not the real you. No attachment can exist in the real you. Why? Because it is infinite. What attachment can infinite have? And since you are infinite, so you have to be formless. How can the infinite have any form? So your real nature is formless. And then the word says that you are the witness of this world, which means you are not only the witness of this body-mind complex, but also the witness of everything in this whole universe. Yes, that is your real nature. The witness in you, the witness in me, the witness in dog, ant, elephant, or the witness in trees, plants, rocks and stones, or the witness in earth, sun, stars, galaxies, and the black holes is one. Yes, the witness behind everything in this universe is one, and it is you, the real you beyond this body-mind complex. Recognize this and be happy at this very moment, says Master Ashtavakra to his disciple.